Hi, if you want to watch exclusive content with hot girls that you won't watch on YouTube, namely where Naruto roasts Kushina and Mikoto and many other hot girls without restrictions, then visit my Boosty channel at the link in the description.
Today, October 10th, is the most important day for the 4th Hokage, as he will become the father of 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. And so, on the outskirts of Konoha, the Hokage's wife gave birth. Kushina, be patient a little longer. I need to restore the seal, said Minato. Okay, just faster, she replied. Hokage, hand over the Jinchuriki, and your child will not be harmed, someone said behind Minato. The Hokage turned and saw that his firstborn, Naruto, held by some guy in a mask. No, I won't give you my wife, he replied, attacking the masked man. Minato managed to fight Naruto off, and he, taking Minma and Ayako, teleported to Tsunade at the hospital, quickly handed her the children, and disappeared. When he arrived at the clearing, he saw Kushina lying barely alive, and the fox rampaging through Konoha. Minato took Kushina and carried her to the hospital. Tsunade, look after Kushina and Minma with Ayaka, and give Naruto to me. I will seal the fox in him, said Minato. What? He hasn't even been born yet, and you already want to make his life hell, said Tsunade. There's no time. Naruto can hold off the fox, so don't argue with me, Minato said, taking Naruto from her and then disappearing. He appeared in the clearing and saw the fox fighting the third. Minato ran up to the third and summoned the altar. Minato, I will summon the god of death and seal the fox within Naruto, the Hokage said, performing a hand seal. Shinigami appeared behind him. As the third was performing the final hand seals, he made a mistake and sealed both the fox and the Shinigami within Naruto. Afterward, Naruto's appearance changed, his hair turned white, and his left eye turned purple. Minato took his son and headed to the hospital. Arriving at the hospital, he handed the child over to Tsunade for examination. Minato and Kushina, I have bad news for you. Naruto won't be able to use chakra. Apparently, when sealing the fox, his chakra burned Naruto's channel, said Tsunade. Then we'll give him to an orphanage, Kushina said and added, I don't want to live in the same house with a fox. He's already brought us so much trouble. Kushina finished, and Minato simply nodded and carried Naruto to the orphanage, then left him there. 5 years have passed. Over these 5 years, Naruto learned to read and count, and was given an apartment as an orphan. And so, leaving the store, our hero was heading home and turned into an alley. 5 drunken Chunin were waiting for him in the alley. You've been going on for a long time, demon, said the Chunin and hit Naruto in the stomach, to which the latter bent over and they began to beat him. Listen, guys, he has such beautiful eyes. I hope he doesn't mind if we borrow one, the Chunin said, pulling out a kunai and gouging out Naruto's eye, causing him to pass out from the pain. Naruto found himself in his subconscious. There were many pipes and corridors, and he decided to go straight ahead. As he walked, he wondered why this had happened to him. Reaching the end of the corridor, he saw a huge room with an equally huge cage in it. Approaching the cage, he saw a transparent silhouette with a tanto in its mouth. Pulling out the tanto, the silhouette spoke. Hello, Naruto. I am Shinigami, the god of death, he said and added, Don't be afraid of me. I want to help you, because you have become interesting to me, he finished. Hello, Shinigami-sama. Will you become my friend? Naruto asked hopefully. Yes, and not only me, he said and turned back. Wake up, Kurama, he said, and heard a menacing roar. After the roar, red eyes with elongated pupils opened, and the eyes began to move closer. What do you mean? Can't you see I'm sleeping? Said the fox, and when he saw Naruto, he added, Oh, kid, hi, I'm Kurama, and I'll help you too, because we had a bet with Shinigami about something, he finished. Hello, Kurama-sama. What did you bet on? Asked the white-haired man. Well, first of all, don't call me Kurama-sama, because we're friends now. And secondly, it's too early for you to know what we bet on, the fox answered him. Okay, Naruto, Kurama can restore your chakra channels. but you will only be able to use A-rank techniques at most, and even then rarely. So you and I will study Kenjutsu and Taijutsu. Shinajimi told him. Okay, Shinigami-sensei. Naruto told him. That's great. Well, we'll learn everything tomorrow. The fox told him. Naruto nodded and emerged from his subconscious, but he couldn't wake up and decided it would be better to sleep and then see what happened. Naruto woke up and a sharp smell of medicine hit his nose. Then he opened his only eye and saw a white ceiling. I ended up in the hospital again, Naruto thought. Naruto, we promise that you won't end up in the hospital again, said the fox. Kurama, hello. The white-haired man said mentally. Hello, so Naruto, tomorrow training starts, and now we need to find you a new eye, said Kurama. And I know where to get it, you see, Naruto. Since I am the god of death, all souls and their memories come to me, and Uchiha recently died not far from Konoha, so I think that he will not mind if we take one of his eyes, said Shinigami. Wow, I'm going to have a Sharingan. Cool. So what are we waiting for? Let's go, said Naruto, and quickly got ready and flew out of the hospital. So Naruto, he's near the Valley of the End, so go there, Shinigami said, and Naruto headed there. After several hours of searching, they found the Uchiha, but he wasn't in the best of shape. Naruto, we're lucky. We won't have to buy a katana, Shinigami said. So Naruto, give me control of your body, and I'll transplant your eye, Kurama said, and Naruto gave it control. Afterward, the fox transplanted Naruto's right eye. So, it's time for us to go back. It's already getting dark, said Shinigami, and the white-haired man went home to sleep. The next morning, I woke up because of a loud scream in my subconscious, and he went down there. Kurama, what is it? What time is it? Naruto asked. It's okay. It's time for you to get up. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, said the fox. Okay, Kurama, but first, Naruto said, and his subconscious changed. There were many trees and clearings. A river was also flowing, and instead of a cage, a collar appeared. Thank you, Naruto. I'm already tired of seeing these pipes and water, said Kurama. It's okay, we're friends, Naruto said, and emerged from his subconscious. Opening his eyes, Naruto went to the bathroom, then took his bath and went to eat. Naruto, put an eye patch on your right eye. No one should know that you have one, Shinigami said, and Naruto did so. Okay, now go to the training ground, the fox said, and Naruto headed to the abandoned training ground. Arriving, he began to listen to his sensei's instructions. So Naruto, you need to do 20 push-ups and 40 squats, then 5 laps around the training ground, and so every day we will raise the bar, said the fox, and Naruto began to do it. And so a year and a half passed. Naruto could now do 150 push-ups and 280 squats, as well as 180 sit-ups. Now he was heading to the training ground to practice throwing shurikens and kunai. Arriving at the training ground, he saw 2 young Uchiha, apparently the same age. Moving away from them, Naruto began to warm up. Afterward, he went to practice throwing iron, but he was having trouble. Not right. Watch it properly, someone said behind him, grabbing his hand and pulling it back, throwing a kunai. Naruto turned around and saw a boy with jet black hair, a blindfold, and black eyes standing in front of him, and next to him stood another brunette, this time with short hair. Thank you for your help. And who are you? Naruto asked. I am Itachi Uchiha, and this is my friend, Shisui Uchiha, he said, showing us Shisui. What's your name? Shisui asked. I'm Naruto, said the white-haired man. You don't have a last name, Naruto? Itachi asked, receiving a sad nod. Well, no problem. Let us train you, Shisui said. Yes, thank you very much, Naruto said, and they began to train. And so another year passed for Naruto. Shisui and Itachi trained him in iron throwing and taijutsu, and they became very close during the year. Naruto told them he had the Sharingan, and now he was heading to the training grounds to learn how to use chakra. Upon arriving, he began listening to Kurama. "I did it, Kurama," Naruto said. "Okay, now get up and go to the tree," Kurama said, and Naruto walked towards the tree, standing opposite him. The fox added, "You need to concentrate your chakra in your legs and climb to the top of the tree without using your hands. Let's go!" And the white-haired boy began to practice walking on the tree, and only towards evening did he manage to reach the top. "Well done, now let's go home," said Shinigami. "No, I want to keep training." "Come on, Kurama, what's next?" Naruto asked. "Then walking on water is the same as walking on wood, only you need to constantly feed chakra to your legs to walk on water," the fox said, and Naruto began to do so. And so Naruto began to learn to walk, and only when the sun was already rising was he able to walk on water. Afterwards, Naruto decided to go home, but after taking a few steps, he collapsed and passed out. Naruto woke up in his own home, and when he turned his head to the right, he saw Itachi sitting next to him, asleep, so Naruto decided to wake him. Having woken the Uchiha, Naruto looked at him questioningly. "You're awake, Naruto," he nodded and continued. "Shui, and I found you unconscious at the training ground and decided to take you home. Shui went out to get groceries, because there's nothing else but ramen," Itachi said, and heard the door open. "Here is Shui. Let's go," Itachi said Naruto, and went to Shui. "Oh, Naruto, you're awake. That's good. Sit down at the table. I'll cook something now," Shui said, to which Naruto nodded and sat down at the table, and Itachi sat down next to him. "And what were you doing at the training ground, Naruto?" Itachi asked. "I learned chakra control, and today I'll learn Kenjutsu," Naruto replied. "Then I'll help you. I'm very good at Kenjutsu," Itachi said. "And I will teach you techniques," Shui said, and placed meat and rice in front of Naruto and Itachi. After eating, they went to the training grounds. Upon arriving, Shui took out the chakra-conducting sheets and gave them to Naruto. "So, Naruto, now we'll find out your element. Channel your chakra through the leaves," Shui said, and Naruto channeled the chakra into the foxes. The first one crumpled, and the second one burned. "Okay, Naruto, you have primary Raiton and secondary Katon," said Shui. "We can teach you Katon, and a very good friend of ours will teach you Raiton," Itachi said, and they began training. A week passed in training, and when Naruto came to the training ground, he saw Shui and Itachi. There was someone else standing with them. He had ash blonde hair and a mask covering half of his face, and a protector over his left eye. He approached them and started a conversation. "Hello, Naruto. This is Hatake Kakashi, and he will teach you Raiton," Itachi said, pointing at Kakashi. "Hello, Naruto. I hope you won't disappoint me," Hatake said. "Yes, Kakashi-sensei, I will not let you down," Naruto said. Another 6 months passed, and Naruto learned many Raiton techniques, such as Chidori and Raikiri, as well as Katon, and the day came to go to the academy. Naruto woke up in a bad mood today, knowing he'd be going to the academy, where he'd be met with the same old scorn and ridicule. He got up, got dressed, and went to the bathroom. He made himself some food, and looking in the mirror, he saw an 8-year-old boy in a white hoodie, a katana slung over his back, black pants, and an eye patch covering his right eye. Having had his fill of looking at himself, Naruto headed to the academy. As he walked, he caught hateful glances. "Don't pay attention to stupid people, Naruto," said Shinigami. "Shinigami is right. They are just bugs under our feet. Crush them and nothing will change." The fox supported him. "You're right. I don't need their recognition. I want them to be afraid to look at me. They want a demon and they'll get it," Naruto said. Arriving, he jumped up a tree and lay down on its branch, looking around at everyone who had come. There stood the clan heads with their children, and the Hokage family was there too. Suddenly, Naruto's gaze fell on a pink-haired girl. She had green eyes that Naruto was lost in. "Someone fell in love, and a minute ago, they said they wanted everyone to be afraid of you," said Kurama. "Shut up, flea-bitten. I'm not in love," Naruto answered him. "Kurama is right. You fell in love, and there is no need to hide it. We feel your emotions," said Shinigami. "Well, yeah, I fell in love, so what? It won't interfere with my plans anyway." That's it, Naruto said, exiting the subconscious. The white-haired boy climbed down from the tree and followed his class. They sat down in the classroom, Naruto sitting in the last desk next to the boy with a pineapple-shaped hairdo. "So, children, I'm Yumino Irika, and I'm your homeroom teacher for 5 years. Now let's introduce ourselves," Irika said, and the children began to introduce themselves. Naruto ignored them and simply sat and looked out the window, and then it was the Hokage children's turn. "I am Minma Namikaze. I want to become Hokage." Minma was a copy of his father and very arrogant, Minma said arrogantly and sat back down. "I'm Ayako Namikaze, and I want to become the first female Hokage." Ayako had Minato's face shape and eyes, but she got her hair color from Kushina, and she was also arrogant, she said and sat down. And now it was our hero's turn. "Naruto, please introduce yourself," Irika spat out. "I'm Naruto. I want to become the second god of death," he said and sat down. The whole class laughed. "By God, don't be ridiculous, demon," Minma said. Then Naruto appeared behind him and held a kunai to his throat. "You know, any fool can be a Hokage, but not a god," Naruto said, pressing the kunai to Minma's neck, causing a trickle of blood to run down his throat. "Calm down, Naruto, sit down," Irika said. Our hero returned to his seat. "So, children, there will be no classes today. You can go," said Yumino, and the children went home. 2 years have passed. Over these 2 years, Naruto had become very strong, learning to use the Sharingan. And so our hero was walking to the academy. Practice was supposed to start today. Arriving, he passed Minma and Sasuke's fan club and took his seat. Irika followed him in. "So kids, today we'll start practice," Yumino said, adding, "Follow me," he shouted, and everyone followed him. Arriving in the backyard of the academy, Irika began explaining what we'd be doing today. "Children, today we will learn how to throw kunai and shuriken and also do some sparring," Irika said. Nobody really excelled in the iron throwing except Naruto. He hit 10 out of 10, to which he heard Sasuke-kun and Minma-kun serving to him. "Okay, kids, now sparring, and the first sparring is Naruto versus Minma," said Yumina. And they came out to the center of the circle. The rules are as follows. If someone steps outside the circle, they lose, and the same goes for if the opponent is unable to continue fighting. "If you understand everything, then begin," Irika said with a wave. "Well, demon, are you ready to eat earth?" Minma said, and tried to hit Naruto in the head with his fist. "Let's talk more action," Naruto replied and blocked the blow after delivering his own kick to the jaw, and Minma missed the blow and went flying, but his flight was stopped by the fence. "Naruto wins," Yumino said. Everyone rushed to Minma, to which Naruto snorted and went home. Another 3 years passed. Over the past 3 years, Naruto has made friends at the academy: Shikamaru, Choji, and Sakura. Shikamaru and Choji were able to befriend Sakura, as they knew how the white-haired boy felt about her. And today, after the exam, he decided to confess to her. "So today, children, you'll be taking the Chunin exam," Yumino said, adding, "There will be 3 stages. The first is written, the second is iron throwing, and the third is demonstrating the illusion clone technique." Yumino finished explaining and began handing out question papers. Naruto completed this stage in 10 minutes and went to the backyard to take the second stage, where he got October 10th. In the third, he demonstrated shadow clones, after which he received the leaf headband. He waited for Sakura, and 20 minutes later, she emerged. "Sakura, can I talk to you?" Naruto asked her. "Yes, Naruto, what do you want?" Sakura said, approaching them. "Sakura, I've wanted to tell you for a long time that I love you." Naruto said. Naruto, I love Sasuke, and I was only friends with you because Shikamaru and Choji are your friends, Sakura said, then turned and left. After these words, something inside Naruto snapped, and a trickle of blood ran down his right cheek. Naruto, I understand you, but now you have the power that will show her what she gave up, said Shinigami. And what kind of power? Naruto asked in a completely dejected voice. It's the Manjiko Sharingan. The fox answered him. Yes, then I'll show you what she gave up, said the white-haired man and went home. This morning went as usual for Naruto. He ate and went to the academy. Today was team assignments. So, I want to congratulate you on becoming full-fledged shinobi, Yumino said, and began reading out the team lists. Naruto wasn't listening, and then his team was announced. Naruto, Sakura Haruno, and Uchiha Sasuke, mentor Kakashi Itachi said Yumino, and Kakashi appeared next to him. So, Team 7, I'll be waiting for you on the roof, Itachi said, disappearing into a white haze. Sasuke and Sakura went to the roof, while Naruto, opening the window, walked along the wall to the roof. When everyone arrived, Kakashi began to speak. So, I'm Kakashi Itachi, a dream jonin. My occupation won't interest you. So now tell me about yourself, Itachi said, pointing at Sakura. I'm Sakura Haruno. I love Sasuke, she said, and moved closer to Sasuke. I am Sasuke Uchiha. I love Sakura, he said, and took Sakura's hand. I'm Naruto. I want to become the god of death, he said. Okay, tomorrow at 10 at range number 7, and disappeared into a white haze. Sakura and Sasuke went for a walk around the village, and Naruto went home. At 10 o'clock in the morning, Sakura, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi were at the training ground. So you need to take these bells from me, said Kakashi, and showed 2 bells. Wait, Kakashi-sensei, there are only 2 bells, said Sakura. Yes, one of you will be going to the academy, Kakashi said, adding, We've begun. Itachi finished speaking. But before he could even get the book out, Naruto was already holding the bell in his hands. That's it. If anything happens, you can find me at home, Naruto said, and began to leave the training ground. Don't you want to help your comrades? Itachi asked him. They're not my comrades. They'll die on their first serious mission, Naruto replied and disappeared. Yes, Naruto. I feel like it'll be very difficult with you, Kakashi thought. Today, Team 7 was urgently summoned by the Hokage. Team Kakashi was standing in his office, awaiting instructions. You could tell the 4th was furious, as evidenced by the broken desk. Kakashi, you need to go help Team 6. The carpenter they were escorting lied about the minato rank, Minato said, adding, The team was also attacked by Momochi Zabuza, one of the swordsmen of the mist, so move immediately. Minato finished, and Kakashi and his team left the office. So, in half an hour at the main gate, Kakashi said and disappeared. The team dispersed to climb. Half an hour later, Naruto was already standing at the gate, and in the distance, he saw Sakura and Sasuke walking, holding hands. Kindergarten, the white-haired man thought to himself, and then the couple approached Naruto. Naruto, where is your backpack? Sakura asked. That shouldn't worry you, Naruto replied. Don't talk to her like that, demon, or I'll. But Sasuke didn't let Naruto finish. What are you going to do to me? You couldn't even take the bell away, so shut up while your head's still in place, Naruto said, and Sasuke was about to reply when Kakashi appeared. Okay, enough swearing, Kakashi said, and then looked at Naruto, adding, Naruto, where is your equipment? Itachi asked. I sealed it in a scroll, Naruto said, and turned towards the exit of the village, adding, Let's go, said the white-haired man, and pulled a pack of cigarettes out of his pocket and lit it. Naruto, do you smoke? Kakashi asked. This is the Sarutobi clan's tobacco. It restores chakra and is not as harmful as regular cigarettes, Naruto answered. Okay, I'll believe you. Now let's go. We don't have time for empty talk, Kakashi said, and they set off. They walked for 2 days and finally reached the land of waves. So, let's split up and find the carpenter's house. Sakura and Sasuke will go together, and Naruto and I will go one at a time, Kakashi said and disappeared, followed by Naruto. Half an hour of searching had passed, and they finally found the carpenter's house and headed there. They reached the carpenter's house and knocked on the door, and a beautiful woman opened the door, looking about 20 or 25 years old. She had black hair and matching eyes. "Hello, you must be reinforcements from Konoha. I'm Tsunami, the carpenter's daughter, Tazuna. Come to the kitchen," she said, and the team entered the house and then went to the kitchen. A gray-haired man with glasses sat there with Kushina, and they were talking about something, and then Kushina turned her gaze to Team Kakashi. "Hello, Kakashi. I see Minato sent you to help us," said Kushina. "Yes, Kushina-san, we were sent to help you, and from what I can see, you're doing just fine without us," Hataki said. They chatted for another 10 minutes until Kushina's team arrived. "So, Sasuke and Sakura and Team 6 go to the backyard and wait for me," said Hataki, and added, "and Naruto will go guard the carpenter. And by the way, where is he?" said Kakashi and began to look for Naruto. "Kakashi-sensei, Naruto went outside for a smoke," Sakura said. Everyone was stunned. Naruto is only 13 and already smoking. "Kakashi, how do you look after your students if one of them already smokes?" said Kushina. "Kushina-san, I gave Naruto permission to smoke," Hataki said and added, "especially since Naruto is the strongest on my team, if not in the village among genin," the ash-haired man finished. "What are we doing, Kakashi?" someone said, and everyone turned their heads to the doorway and saw Naruto. "Naruto, to you he's Kakashi-sensei," Kushina began, but Hataki interrupted her. "He can address me as you, Kushina-san," Hataki said, turning his gaze to Naruto and adding, "You're going to guard the carpenter on the bridge, and Kushina-san and I will train the boys," Kakashi finished. "Okay, Kakashi, then I'm going," said the white-haired man and added, "Follow me, Tazuna-san," said Naruto, and they left. And at this pace, another 5 days passed. Today, Naruto woke up to some screams coming from downstairs and decided to check out what was going on. When he went down to the first floor, he saw 2 big men with katanas trying to kidnap Tsunami. Within seconds, they flew out into the street, and Naruto appeared before them. "Well, what should I do with you?" Naruto said, and then added, "I know you'll be my warm-up before Zabuza," the white-haired man finished. "You won't even be able to deal with us, and Zabuza will crush you and not even notice," said one of the mercenaries. "Yeah. Well then, let's see if I can handle it, Swami." And with those words, Naruto disappeared and appeared behind the mercenaries, who in turn fell dead. "It wasn't even enough for a warm-up," Naruto said and ran to the bridge. Arriving, he saw that Team 6 was in terrible shape, as was Sasuke. He then turned his gaze to Kakashi and Kushina and saw that they weren't in the best condition either. Then he looked at Zabuza, who was barely standing. "Zabuza, you couldn't handle the kids?" "That's funny," someone said, and everyone turned their gaze to the man. It was Gato, and behind him stood his gang. "Oh, I see your puppy has been killed, Zabuza," Gato said, and kicked the corpse that was in front of him. "Don't you dare touch Haku, freak, or I'll kill you," Zabuza said, and was about to rush into battle when Naruto appeared in front of him. "Look, Zabuza, at a real demon," Naruto said, drawing his katana with his right hand and creating Kakashi's Raikiri in his left. He then slowly walked toward Gato's gang. "Kill them all," Gato said, and his gang rushed Naruto. The white-haired man rushed at them at full speed and began a massacre. 10 minutes passed, and the carnage was over, with Naruto standing in the middle of it, covered in blood. "Listen, kid," Gato began, but Naruto's katana, which he threw at him, didn't let him finish. After which Naruto disappeared and appeared next to Zabuza, piercing his chest with a Raikiri. "I'm taking the sword, Zabuza," Naruto said, To which the swordsman leaned towards the white-haired man's ear and said, "You are worthy of this sword, but remember that someday you will be left all alone." These were the last words of one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist. "I've been alone for a long time," Naruto replied, pulling his hand out of Zabuza's chest, causing the latter to simply collapse. Naruto went and took Zabuza's sword, and everyone looked at him in horror. "We're done here," Naruto said, taking a pack of cigarettes out of his pocket, and seeing that there was only one left, and that one was covered in blood, he added, "Damn it, there's only one left." The white-haired man finished, and, lighting a cigarette, went to the carpenter's house. "Kakashi, and you won't say anything to him?" Kushina asked, shocked by the 13-year-old boy's cruelty. "Naruto, wait for me," Itachi said, and went to Naruto. 2 days later, the bridge was completed and named after Naruto, to which he thanked the carpenter, and the teams headed home. Arriving in the village 2 days early, everyone headed to the Hokage. They knocked on the 4th Hokage's door and, hearing the command, "Enter," everyone entered. "Hokage-sama, the mission is accomplished," Itachi said and added, "We also killed Zabuza Momochi and took his sword." Kakashi finished. "Well done, your teams can go, but you stay," said Minato, and, when the teams left, he added, "Something happened on the mission. Kushina, you're not yourself," the yellow-haired man asked her. "Minato, Naruto carried out a massacre on the bridge, killing about 300 people in a couple of minutes without even blinking an eye," Kushina said. "That's how it is, Kakashi. What do you say?" Minato asked. "Naruto protected us from Gado's gang. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be standing here now," Itachi answered. "Well, if he was protecting you, then there's no problem with that," Minato said and added, "Okay, you can go. I still have a lot of things to do." Minato finished, and the Jonins disappeared. "What path will you choose, Naruto?" the Hokage said into the void. Today, the Hokage gathered all the Jonin instructors to discuss the upcoming Chunin exam. "So, I've gathered you all here to discuss the upcoming Chunin exams," said the 4th, adding, "Who wants to send their team to the exam?" Minato concluded. After these words, several minutes passed, and my guy was the first to come out. "I, my guy, the mentor of Team 9, am entering them into the Chunin exams," Guy said. Kurenai was next. "I, Kurenai Yohi, the mentor of Team 8, am entering them into the Chunin exams," she said. Then Asuma came out. "I, Asuma Sarutobi, mentor of Team 10, am entering them into the Chunin exams," Asuma said. Then Kakashi came out. "I, Kakashi Itachi, the mentor of Team 7, am entering them into the Chunin exams," Kakashi said. Kushina was the last to enter. "I, Kushina Namikaze, the mentor of Team 6, am nominating them for the Chunin exam," Kushina said. "Okay, then take the forms for the exam and give them to your students," Minato said, and everyone took the forms, after which he added, "The first stage will be in a month, and now everyone is free." The 4th finished, and everyone left the office. Naruto was training at the training ground with Sasuke and Sakura. Well, he was training, and they were sitting under a tree, training, and then, in the middle of the training ground, Kakashi appeared, and everyone looked at him. "Hey Kakashi, did you want something?" Naruto asked. "Hello everyone, yes. I entered our team into the Chunin exams," said Kakashi. "Okay, are you sure about your decision?" Naruto asked. "Yes, you are ready," Itachi answered. "You mean I'll have to carry them all on my back?" Naruto said. "Who's going to drag who?" Sasuke quipped. He received a kunai in return, which sank into the wood up to the hilt, a millimeter from his neck. "Consider yourself a corpse already," Naruto said and added, "No one will be bothering you during the exam, so shut up and listen." Naruto finished and looked at Kakashi. "Kakashi, we will not participate in the exam," said the white-haired man. "Let's vote on who is in favor of participating in the exam," Kakashi asked. Sakura and Sasuke raised their hands and continued. "And who is against?" Only Naruto raised his hand, and Kakashi said, "2 against 1, you're in the minority, so accept it, Naruto." Kakashi finished. "But they will die," Naruto began, but Kakashi interrupted him. "Get over it, you're going to the exam and that's it," Kakashi said. "Okay, it will be on your conscience," said the white-haired man and took the form. Naruto trained for a whole month and tried to use the Manjiko, but nothing worked for him. And so the day of the first stage arrived. Naruto was climbing the stairs to room 301 on the 3rd floor, and as he was passing the 2nd floor, he saw everyone crowded around room 201, blocked from entering by 2 chunin wearing hinge. Naruto was about to proceed to the 3rd floor when Sasuke called out to him. "Hey, idiot, where are you going?" "Here's the office," Sasuke said. "Shut up, Uchiha. I'm going to the 3rd floor. You go wherever you want," Naruto said, and continued walking. When he got there, he saw Kakashi standing outside the office, and Naruto approached him. "Naruto, where are Sasuke and Sakura?" Kakashi asked. "Don't be stupid, Kakashi, you know where they are," Naruto answered. "Naruto, why do you dislike them so much along with the others?" "You're neutral from the episode," asked Hatake. "It's my business, Kakashi," the white-haired man answered and wanted to go into the office when Kakashi blocked his path. "Move away. I don't want to hurt you, Kakashi. You're my friend after all," Naruto said. "Naruto, you're my friend too, but the whole team will be going to the exam," Hatake said, and was already reaching out to pick up the bandage, but saw Sasuke and Sakura. "Naruto, why didn't you tell us about Jinjutsu?" Sakura asked. "Do I have to?" Naruto said, adding, "You were so eager to take the exam, but you can't even dispel such a light Jinjutsu." Naruto finished, looking at Kakashi, who stepped aside and let them into the office. They entered the classroom, where everyone looked at them and began to press their ki against them. Naruto responded by releasing a drop of Shinigami ki, and everyone turned away in fear. "Weaklings," Naruto thought. Afterward, they went to their respective classes and began to talk, while Naruto simply stood there, silent. "You are too loud, newbies," someone said behind their backs. Everyone turned and saw a guy with ash blonde hair and glasses. He also had a leaf bandage on his forehead. "Who are you?" Ino asked. "I'm Yakushi Kabuto, and this isn't my first time taking the exam, so I've gathered a lot of information about everyone," Kabuto replied. Naruto didn't listen any further and walked over to his desk, sitting down. Then a man appeared in a black cloak and with scars on his face. "Everyone shut up and sit down. I, Marino Ibiki, examiner of the first stage," he said, and continued, "and so, the rules of this stage are as follows. You are given forms with 9 questions, and you have to answer the questions. If you are caught cheating 3 times, you will be expelled from the exam. You have 45 minutes for this, after which there will be an oral 10th question Ibiki finished telling." And everyone started writing the test. Our hero wrote the test in 10 minutes, and turned the sheet over so that no one could cheat, and then time was up. "Time's up. Put the forms aside and listen carefully," Marino said and added, "Are you sure you're ready to answer the 10th question? Because if you answer incorrectly, you'll remain Jinin forever, so think carefully." Ibiki finished, and after a few minutes, only half of the class remained in the room. "Congratulations, you passed," Ibiki said, and a girl with purple hair and a flesh-colored cloak, under which there was only a mesh t-shirt and did not cover anything, flew into the office through the window. "I, Mitarashi Anko, examiner for the 2nd stage. Everyone follow me," she said, and everyone followed her. About 15 minutes later, they all arrived at a huge forest surrounded by a fence. "So, behind me is Training Ground 44, or the Forest of Death," said Anka, and continued, "You will be given one of 2 scrolls, Heaven or Earth. If you get Heaven, then you need to get an Earth scroll from the other team and vice versa, after which you must deliver both scrolls to the tower, which is located in the center of the forest. You have 5 days to do everything." Mitarashi finished, and everyone went to get the scrolls. Naruto's team received the Earth scroll, and stood at gate number 9, waiting for it to open. "As soon as the gates open, follow me if you don't want to die," Naruto said. "Why should we listen to you, demon?" Sasuke asked. "If you don't want to, don't listen to me. It's all the same. One more Uchiha, one less Uchiha. You'll die, and then fuck you," Naruto replied, after which the gates opened and the team headed into the forest. As Naruto leaped through the trees, he noticed it was a bit too quiet. He turned and looked at Sakura and Sasuke, who had finally decided to follow him. Just as he was about to turn his head, he was already in the snake's stomach. What the hell? Is he really here? Naruto thought, cutting the snake with his katana and heading toward his team. As soon as he arrived there, he saw Sasuke, who was holding his neck and wanted to throw a scroll to the girl from the grass. But as soon as he threw it, Naruto immediately caught the scroll. "And this is the prince of the Uchiha clan? Shame and disgrace," Naruto said and added, "And this is what you traded me for, Sakura?" Naruto finished. "Naruto-kun, you finally came. I didn't doubt you," said the girl from the grass. "Yes, and I see that one of the legendary Sannin didn't think that you liked little boys, and Orochimaru-san," said Naruto. "You are right as always, Naruto-kun. I have been watching you for a long time. So why haven't you razed this village to the ground yet?" "It's within your power," said Orochimaru, removing his disguise. "I didn't raze this village to the ground because I have friends here who love this god-forsaken place," Naruto replied. "Yes, well then it's clear, Naruto-kun, but it's time for you to die," said the snake. And a taijutsu fight began in which Naruto was losing, but when he lifted the headband and activated the Sharingan, he began to fight on equal terms with the snake. "Wow, Sharingan, Naruto-kun, you never cease to amaze me," said the snake and hit Naruto in the stomach, which the latter was unable to block and flew into a tree. "Well, that won't help you. First I'll kill the girl and then you," said the snake and headed towards Sakura. "Don't you dare touch her, little snake," Naruto said, and a tammo began to spin in his right eye, and a spiral appeared. Orochimaru burst into black flames. He had to change bodies 5 times to clear the flames, after which he looked at Naruto, whose Manjiko was burning in his right eye. "Mange Karankan? Amazing, Naruto-kun. I'll let you live to see what path you take," Orochimaru said and disappeared. "Naruto," Sakura began, but was interrupted. "Take your love on your back, and we'll head to the tower." The snake forgot his scroll, Naruto said, and began to move toward the tower. Sakura sighed sadly and, lifting the Uchiha onto her back, followed Naruto. After a couple of hours, they finally reached the tower and, entering, opened the scrolls, and Kakashi appeared from them. "Kakashi, take the Uchiha and seal the cursed seal that Orochimaru left behind," said Naruto. "Okay, give him here. I'll report to all the Hokages and seal the cursed seal," Kakashi said, and, taking him, the Uchiha disappeared. "Okay, now let's head to the room. I'm very tired," Naruto said, and went to look for a room to rest. "Listen, Naruto, we need to talk," Sakura began, but was rudely interrupted. "We have nothing to talk about, Sakura. You said it all that day at the academy," Naruto said, quickening his pace. Sakura wanted to say something else, but before she could, Naruto disappeared around the corner. "What a fool I am. If it weren't for Naruto, I'd be dead by now. Why did I do that to him?" Sakura thought. And so, 5 days passed, and the qualifying matches began. All the matches, as per canon, were fought only by Minma against Taro, and Ayako against the shinobi from the cloud. "So, congratulations to everyone who passed the qualifying rounds," Minato said and continued. "The finals will be in a month, so get ready." Minato finished and everyone left. Naruto had been training his Manjikyu Sharingan for a week now. He'd unlocked 2 more abilities, Susanoo, which was white, and Tsukiyomi, his personal Jinjutsu from which there's no escape. He also claimed that what happens in Kitsuyumi also happens in reality. Today, Naruto was at the training grounds and began quickly performing hand seals. After performing the last seal, he shouted, "Katon, last flight of the Blue Phoenix," and unleashed a huge blue phoenix, which flew into the forest and completely destroyed it in seconds. The phoenix then flew upward and disappeared with a scream. Naruto glanced sideways and dropped to one knee. "Idiot! I told you that you would be able to use A-rank techniques. If you use a higher rank technique, your chakra channels will burn out," Kurama said. "Well, they didn't burn, did they?" Naruto asked. "You fool! I'd barely managed to fill them with my chakra. If I hadn't done that, you could have forgotten about the exam," the fox replied. "So what should I do then? How can I make it so I can use higher ranking techniques?" the white-haired man asked. "Well, you can sign a summoning contract and learn the hermit mode from your summoned animal," Kurama replied. "Who should I sign the contract with anyway?" Naruto asked. "Well, we can do it with foxes," the fox replied. "Okay, then tell me what seals need to be folded," Naruto asked. And Kurama told him which seals to perform, after which the white-haired man performed the seals and disappeared into a white haze. Naruto appeared in a vast autumn forest. It was very beautiful here. "How did you get here, human?" someone asked behind Naruto, causing him to turn around and see a blue fox with 5 tails. "I made the summoning seals as Kurama told me to and appeared here," Naruto answered. "You say the great Kurama sent you here herself, but how do you prove it?" the fox asked. A second later, a small, red, two-tailed fox emerged from Naruto and settled on the white-haired man's head. "Didn't you feel my chakra, huh, Kai?" Kurama asked. "Kurama-sama, it's you. What a joy that you've returned," said Kai. "Don't avoid the question, Kai." Kurama began to get angry. "Kurama-sama, I felt it, but I couldn't be completely sure that it was your Jinchuriki," Kai answered. "I understand," said Kurama and added, "Who rules now?" he asked. "Kazuma herself is sitting on the throne now," the fox replied. "Kazuma, I remember him as a fox cub. Lead us to him," Kurama said. The blue fox merely nodded and led Naruto and Kurama into the palace. The palace was enormous, strangely decorated with all sorts of runes, and when they entered, they saw a huge throne upon which sat an equally enormous white fox with 8 tails, and behind the fox was a huge statue of Kurama. The fox looked at them, and when he saw Kurama, he quickly jumped up from the throne and ran toward them. When they were a couple of meters away from Naruto, he stopped and bowed his head. "Hello, Kurama-sama," said Kazuma. "Hello, Kazuma. I see you've taken over as ruler, but what about your father Yumaru? Where is he?" Kurama asked. "Kurama-sama, my father died 10 years ago and handed over the reins of power to me," the white fox replied. "That's how it is. I feel sorry for him," said Kurama and added, "I want you to personally train my Jinchuriki in the hermit mode." Kurama finished. "As you say, Kurama-sama, what is the name of your Jinchuriki?" asked Kazuma. "His name is Naruto, a very capable guy," Kurama answered. "Okay, then follow me, Naruto-sama," said Kazuma and, raising his head, walked towards the exit of the palace. "Go with him, Naruto, and I'll get some sleep," Kurama said, climbing off Naruto's head and heading off somewhere. Naruto followed Kazuma. Walking through the forest, he marveled at its beauty. "It's very beautiful here, Kazuma," Naruto said. "Yes, Naruto-sama, it's very beautiful here. For as long as I've lived here, I've always been amazed by this beauty," Kazuma answered. "And how old are you, Kazuma?" Naruto asked. "I'm 2,000 years old, Naruto-sama," the fox replied. "Wow," was all Naruto could manage to say. And then they reached the river. "Naruto-sama, you need to sit in the lotus position and try to feel the natural energy," said Kazuma. "How long will the training take?" Naruto asked. "The training will take 2 months," the fox answered. "What? 2 months? Well, I have to be at the exam in a month," Naruto said. Don't worry, Naruto-sama. Time flows slowly here in your world. A month will pass, and in hours too. The fox reassured Naruto. Oh, well then, okay, Naruto said, and sat in the lotus position, and began to try to feel the natural energy. A month passed at this pace, and then Naruto opened his eyes and said, I felt it, Kazuma, Naruto said. Okay, Naruto-sama, now come with me, the fox said, and Naruto followed him. They came to a place where there were huge stone spikes. Naruto-sama, take the board and climb up the spike. Then place the board on the spike and sit on it yourself, trying to find your balance, Kazuma said, and Naruto began to do so. Another month passed, and Naruto sat on the board, balancing. Suddenly, he opened his eye and saw a fox-like pupil, and black ears with white tips appeared on his head, along with a fox tail the same color as his ears. Then Naruto jumped off the spike and went into the palace. Upon arriving, he saw Kurama sitting and waiting for Naruto. Well, finally you came. I thought you'd sit here for another month, said Kurama. No, Kurama, I'm ready for the exam, so it's time to go back, Naruto said. Naruto-sama, this is for you. He heard behind him and turned. He saw Kazuma handing him a black cloak with red flames, and on the back was the Fox Sannin's kanji. Naruto took the cloak and put it on, then thanked her for the gift, and he and Kurama disappeared in a white haze. They appeared in the arena, where the Chunin exams were about to begin. And here is Naruto, as I understand it, asked the guy with a toothpick in his teeth. Yes, is it my fight already? Naruto asked. Yes, your first fight. You will fight Niji Hyuga, the guy said. I see. What's your name? Naruto asked. Genma, he answered. Okay, then we can begin, Naruto said, to which Genma gave an excuse and the fight began. And so Naruto and Niji began to fight in taijutsu, where Niji was superior to Naruto, to which the latter jumped back. And I thought you were stronger than these upstarts from the clans, Niji said. You haven't seen everything yet. Naruto answered and began to make seals. Then when he made the last seal, he shouted, Kato, a great fireball, and he blew out just a huge ball of fire. Katen, Niji said, and began to release chakra, after which he began to spin 360 degrees. But this did not help much, although he remained standing on his feet. He had monstrous burns all over his body. I see you're still alive, Naruto said and added, We'll fix that now. After these words, he took out a decapitator and rushed at Niji, but Menma appeared a meter away from Niji and stopped the blow. Enough, he's barely alive as it is, Menma said and added, He's your comrade. How could you want to kill him? He finished. Where was that guy when you were beating me up in the alley? Naruto replied and added, After him, I'll come for your head and your super daddy won't stop me, Naruto said. Naruto wins, Genma said. Naruto then went to the stands to wait for his next fight. Menma defeated Ayako, Sasuke defeated Gaara, and Temari and Shikamaru, according to canon. Sasuke Uchiha versus Naruto, Genma announced. The participants appeared next to him. So here we go, Genma gave the go-ahead. Well, are you ready to lose? Because I'll whistle victory over you to Sakura, Sasuke said. Roll your lip, pathetic Uchiha, Naruto replied. And they began fighting. Naruto was simply beating Sasuke with taijutsu, and even the ranks weren't helping, and then Naruto jumped back and made hand seals. Right-on, Raikiri and Naruto rushed towards the Uchiha. Right-on, Chidori, said the Uchiha, rushing at Naruto. And then the techniques collided, and Sasuke's technique was dispelled, and Naruto punched him in the stomach. The Chidori was able to redirect the blow. You're pathetic, Uchiha, Naruto said, pulling his hand away from him. Naruto won, Genma said. Afterwards, the doctors came and took Uchiha away. Menma defeated Temari. So, the last battle between Naruto and Menma Namikaze, Genma said, and Naruto and Menma appeared near him, after which he gave the go-ahead. You will answer for Sasuke. Minma said. Yes, yes, of course, Naruto answered. A taijutsu battle ensued, lasting about 3 minutes, but Minma took a blow to the stomach and was knocked back. Naruto began performing hand seals, and Kurama released all its accumulated natural energy. Naruto entered hermit mode. After the last hand seal was performed, Naruto said, Katon, the last flight of the blue phoenix, and blew out a huge phoenix that flew at Minma, but a second before the collision, Minato was able to send the technique away from Minma. Well, from the heat of the flame, he still had terrible burns. You won, Naruto. I hope you're happy with what you did, Minato said. No, Hokage-sama, I'm not happy. You interfered in our fight. Is that even right? Naruto asked, speaking to the entire arena. No, everyone started shouting. Listen, Hokage-sama, people want blood and they must get it, Naruto said. No, Naruto, I will not give you my son, said the Hokage and stood in a fighting stance. Let's do it this way, Hokage-sama. If you lose, you will give me the title of Jonin and a new home, and if I lose, I will fulfill any of your wishes, said Naruto. Okay, Naruto, I agree, Minato replied. And they started fighting. They hit each other without sparing any effort, breaking each other's bones, and then Naruto got tired of it, and he jumped away from Minato, began to make seals, and having made the last seal, he shouted, Katon, great fireball! He blew out an incredibly large fireball that flew at Minato, causing the latter to throw himself upward with all his might. While Minato was dealing with the fireball, Naruto lifted his headband and showed everyone his Sharingan. Suddenly, Minato appeared in front of Naruto with a Rasengan and was about to strike, when white ribs appeared in his path. So, Hokage-sama, are you ready to lose? Naruto asked. No, Naruto, I won't lose, Minato replied. And at that moment, Minato was struck by a huge piece of white chalk, which he couldn't dodge and sent flying into the arena wall, where it slammed into him, knocking him out. And this man, Hokage, he can't even defeat a Genin, Naruto shouted throughout the arena. Naruto won, said Genma. Think about it, people. Do you need such a weak Kage? Naruto said and went to the exit, but after taking a few steps, he fell and passed out. After Naruto passed out, he entered his subconscious. Naruto, you're an idiot. Do you even realize that you could have died? The fox screamed. What's wrong, Kurama? I won, Naruto said. Idiot, you fought at the limit of your strength and you know what it cost? Kurama asked. And what then? Naruto asked. All your muscles turned to mush, and your organs were also affected, but not as badly, Kurama replied. So what do we do now? Naruto asked. Wait until my chakra restores everything, the fox replied. How long will we have to wait? Asked the white-haired man. About 2 weeks, Kurama answered. What? Why did it take so long? Naruto asked. Don't complain, it's your own fault, said Shinigami. Yes, Shinigami-sensei, Naruto said. Naruto lay in a coma for 2 weeks, and then finally he opened his eyes and saw a white ceiling. And someone said that I would never go to the hospital again, Naruto said mentally. Shut up, it's your own fault, said Kurama. Kurama is right. If you had left the Hokage's puppy alone, you wouldn't have ended up in the hospital. Shinigami supported the fox. Oh, come on, you can't even joke, Naruto said. And he felt someone holding his left hand. He turned his head and saw Sakura, who was sleeping. How long did she mess around with me? Naruto asked. As soon as you got to the hospital, she didn't leave your side, Shinigami answered. Really? What about Sasuke? The white-haired man asked. They were arguing about you throughout the hospital, after which Sasuke hit Sakura and said that they were breaking up, Kurama answered. Ha! Pathetic Uchiha can only hit those weaker than him, Naruto said. Then he emerged from his subconscious and woke up Sakura. When Sakura got up and saw that Naruto had woken up, she rushed to hug him, crying as she did so. You idiot! How you scared me! Sakura said, crying. Naruto couldn't believe what was happening now. He was being hugged by the person he loved, and it made him feel so warm. Sakura, don't cry, Naruto said, stroking her beautiful hair. How can I not cry? You were in a coma for 2 weeks, you idiot, Sakura said. And all this time, in the subconscious. Kurama, do you think I should tell him about what Sakura did? Shinigami said. No, I think she'll tell him herself, the fox answered. Okay, as you say, said Shinigami, and they continued to watch Naruto. Sakura, when was the last time you slept? Naruto asked worriedly. About 5 days ago, she answered. Silly girl, Naruto said and hugged Sakura, which she reciprocated. Naruto, let's try dating, Sakura asked, to which Naruto only smiled. What about Sasuke? He asked. That pompous turkey abandoned me and ran off to Hinata, Sakura replied. The pathetic Uchiha ran away with his tail between his legs, Naruto said. Naruto, when you're discharged, shall we go for a walk? Sakura asked. Yes, of course, let's go, Naruto answered. Okay, then I'll come tomorrow, Sakura said and kissed Naruto on the cheek, then went home. Naruto, I'm happy for you. She finally reciprocated your feelings, said Shinigami. Yes, I'm very happy for you too, said the fox. Thank you, friends, Naruto replied. Kakashi entered his room and sat down next to him. I see you've come to your senses, Kakashi said. Yes, Kakashi, Naruto answered. That's good. The Hokage told me to come to him as soon as you're discharged, Kakashi said. Okay, and by the way, how are you as Hokage? Naruto asked. Well, after what you did in the arena, the Hokage's authority has fallen significantly, the ash-haired man replied. Oh, what a pity, Naruto said mockingly. Come on, Naruto, that's enough, Kakashi said. Kakashi, I understand that now people want to see a new Hokage, Naruto asked. Yes, Jiraiya-san and Menma went after Tsunade Senju, Kakashi answered. I see. I hope she will be a good Hokage, Naruto said. You know, Naruto, you went too far, Kakashi said. Oh, come on, Kakashi, everything's fine, Naruto replied. As you wish, I'm going, bye Naruto, said Kakashi and left. 2 days later, Naruto was discharged and was heading home to change before taking Sakura for a walk. As he walked home, he caught a variety of looks, fear, respect, and contempt, but the latter wasn't enough. So Naruto changed and went to Sakura's. When he got there, he saw Sasuke standing at the door. Hey, pathetic excuse for an Uchiha, what do you want? Naruto asked. None of your business, Sasuke replied. And then Sakura came out. What are you doing here, Sasuke? Did Hinata really turn you down? Sakura said. Sakura, forgive me. I lost my temper that time because you were messing around with the demon, Sasuke replied. Get out of here, Sasuke, to your Hinata, Sakura said. There is no Hinata. Sakura, listen. Sasuke grabbed Sakura's hand. Take your hands off, Uchiha, Naruto said and took out the decapitator. It's okay, Naruto, he'll leave now, Sakura said and looked at the Uchiha, who removed his hand and ran home. So, shall we go for a walk, Sakura? Naruto asked. Yes, let's go, Naruto, she replied. And they walked until almost evening, and to keep warm, Naruto gave Sakura his cloak. Afterwards, Naruto walked Sakura home and went to the Hokage. He arrived and knocked on the door of the office. Then heard the word, "Come in." Naruto entered. "Hello, Hokage-sama. Did you call for me?" Naruto said. "Yes, Naruto. I wanted to give you the Jonin vest," Minato said and gave Naruto the vest, after which he continued. "Naruto, I've been wanting to tell you something for a long time," Minato began. "So what, Hokage-sama?" Naruto said. "You see, on October 10th, I gave birth to 3 children, not 2. A fox was sealed into the firstborn, and after an examination, we discovered his chakra pathways had been destroyed, so we sent him to an orphanage. So that child is you, the Hokage said, and awaited his death. What did you just say? Naruto asked. That you are my and Kushina's son, the Hokage repeated. So you abandoned me to my fate? Naruto said. Yes, forgive us, said the Hokage. Don't you dare ask me for forgiveness. You're a pathetic excuse for a human being, just like your wife, Naruto said, kicking down the door and leaving. Yes, but aren't you too cruel to them? Kurama asked. Shut up, Kurama. I don't have time for you right now, Naruto replied. Okay, as you say, said the fox. Naruto came to the training ground and started punching the training dummies to vent his anger. And then, an hour later, Naruto calmed down and simply fell to his knees. At that moment, Sakura was looking for Naruto to give him his cloak, which he had forgotten, and she found it on the training ground. When she approached, she saw that his fists were beaten to the bone, and she rushed to him. Naruto, what happened? Sakura asked, simultaneously wrapping Naruto's hands with a bandage that she always had with her. Sakura, it doesn't matter. Just stay with me and don't leave me, Naruto said in a broken voice. Okay, Naruto, I will never leave you, Sakura said, hugging Naruto to herself. Thank you, Naruto said, and they sat like that until the morning. Naruto woke up to someone screaming at his entire subconscious, and he went down there. Kurama, don't yell, Naruto said. Sorry, I've just been trying to wake you up for several hours, the fox replied. Naruto, we have a gift for you, said Shinigami. And what kind of gift is that? Naruto asked. This is the sword of the first Uzukage, answered Shinigami. Well, I have a decapitator, Naruto said. Your decapitator is no match for the sword of death, Shinigami said. The death sword? Naruto asked. Yes, this sword can seal anything and kill with just one small cut, Shinigami answered. Cool, so where's that sword? Naruto asked. He is in Uzushiobakure, Shinigami answered. Okay, let's go there, Naruto said. Stop, you didn't listen to the end. You will not only look for the sword, but also explore the ruins, said Kurama. And how long will I have to research them? Naruto asked. 3 years, answered the fox. What 3 years? What about Sakura? Naruto asked. Don't worry, she loves you, but she doesn't fully understand it yet, so these 3 years will give her time to think, Shinigami answered. Okay, Naruto said, coming out of his subconscious. He opened his eyes and felt someone lying on his chest. He looked at the chest where Sakura was lying. Naruto stroked her head, causing her to wake up. Naruto, good morning, Sakura said. Good day, Sakura, Naruto replied. What are we going to do? She asked. I'm going to the Hokage now, and you wait for me at the village gate, Naruto said. Okay, Sakura replied and headed for the gate. Naruto, approaching the Hokage, knocked and, hearing, Come in, entered to find Minato in less than ideal condition. Hello, Hokage-sama, Naruto said. Hello, Naruto. What do you need? Minato said. Hokage-sama, I'm going away for 3 years to travel. I want to see the world, may I? Naruto asked. Okay, well, just make sure you're still standing here like a bayonet in 3 years, Minato replied, to which Naruto nodded and headed for the village exit. Arriving there, he saw Sakura waiting for him. Sakura, I'm leaving the village for 3 years, Naruto said. What? What about me? Sakura asked. Don't worry, I'll be back soon and we'll spend every day together, Naruto replied. Do you promise? She asked. I promise, Naruto said and kissed her on the lips, turned around and left. It took him a week to get to the village hidden by the whirlpool, and now he stands before the great ancient Uzumaki, or rather, before its ruins. Naruto, there is a very powerful barrier here so that no one except Uzumaki can get through, said Shinigami. Okay, then let's go, Naruto said, and walked through the barrier. So now we need to find the blade, Naruto said, and went to look for the sword. After several hours of searching, Naruto was finally able to find the sword. It was in the stone. Old man Ashina really tried, said Kurama. Yes, I agree. Only the worthy can get this sword, said Shinigami. Then I will get this sword, Naruto said, and walked up to the sword, then took it by the handle and pulled it out. And when Naruto pulled out the sword, a gray-haired old man in black armor appeared in front of him. Here is the new owner of the Sword of Death. What is your name, boy? The old man asked. I'm Naruto, the white-haired man answered. Understood, Naruto. I will pass on all my knowledge to you so that you can use the sword in Fuinjutsu, the old man said, while making seals. When he made the last seal, he touched Naruto's forehead, and all the old man's knowledge was transferred to him. Farewell, Naruto. I gave you everything I could, and what to do with it is up to you, said the old man, after which he disappeared. Cool, so much knowledge. I can't wait to try everything, Naruto said. 3 years have passed. And so, a young man of about 15 to 16 years old with long white hair was walking towards the gates of Konoha. He was dressed in a black cloak, under which was a Konoha Jonin vest, and under the vest was a white sweatshirt. He had a sword on his back, and so, approaching the gate, he heard, Hey, kid, what's your name and purpose of arrival? Asked the eternal guards Azuma and Kotetsu, after which Naruto approached them. It's me, Naruto, Azuma, Kotetsu. Don't you recognize me? Naruto asked. Oh, it's you, Naruto. Sorry, we didn't recognize you. You've changed so much, said Kotetsu. Come on, guys. I need to see the Hokage, Naruto said, and headed to the residence. He approached the Hokage's office and knocked, then heard the word, Come in. Naruto entered and saw a woman of about 30 to 35 years old with blonde hair parted into 2 ponytails. Hello, Hokage-sama, as I understand it, Naruto asked. You understand correctly, and you are Naruto, right? The woman asked. Yes, I have returned from long journeys and am ready to carry out tasks, the white-haired man replied. Okay, well there are no tasks yet, so you can go, she said. Okay, Naruto said and added, And what's your name? The white-haired man asked. Tsunade Senju, she answered. Okay, then I'll be going, Naruto said, leaving the office and going to look for Sakura. Several hours had passed, and Naruto found Sakura at one of the training grounds, walked up behind her, and put his arm around her waist. Hey, Sakura, I missed you, Naruto said. Naruto, you're back, she said, and turned to him. As you see, Naruto said. I missed you so much, she said, and kissed Naruto on the lips. And in the subconscious. You lost one of the bets. Shinigami, now go crow, Kurama said, and Shinigami began to crow, after which the fox burst into wild laughter. Well, it's not every day you see the god of death crow. In reality, Naruto was already lying on Sakura's lap, while the latter was playing with his long hair. Sakura, would you like to move in with me? The white-haired man asked. Yes, why not? Sakura replied. After that, she came to Naruto, and they fell asleep hugging each other. Naruto woke up because of a knock on the door and, opening his eyes, he felt that someone was lying on him and, looking down, he saw Sakura, who was sleeping peacefully and, in order not to wake her, Naruto used a substitute and replaced himself with a pillow, went to open the door, and when he opened it, he saw Kakashi. Hey, Kakashi, what brings you here so early? Naruto asked. Hey, Naruto, get ready, the Hokage is calling you. Me and Guy, Kakashi replied, after which Naruto saw a sleepy Sakura in Naruto's t-shirt over his shoulder. Okay, Kakashi, I'll be there soon. Naruto answered and closed the door, after which he turned around and wanted to go to Sakura when he saw that she was standing in front of him. Good morning, Naruto. Why did Kakashi-sensei come? Sakura asked. Good morning, Sakura. Kakashi said that the Hokage is calling me. Naruto answered, after which he kissed Sakura and went to get dressed. Naruto, should I go with you? Sakura asked. No need. Everything will be fine. Naruto answered and went to the Hokage. A mission in Suna Naruto came to the Hokage and began to wait for instructions. So, Kakashi, Guy, and Naruto, you are going to Suna to recapture the Kazekage from Akatsuki. Tsunade said. Hi, Hokage-sama. They said and left the office. Kakashi, Guy, meet me at the gate in half an hour. Naruto said. Okay, we'll wait. Kakashi replied. He and Guy left, and Naruto went to Sakura. Arriving, he quickly headed to the kitchen, where he saw Sakura cooking something. He came up from behind, hugged her around the waist, and then kissed her neck. Naruto, are you back? Why did you call the Hokage? Sakura asked. Kakashi, Guy, and I are being sent to save the Kazekage from Akatsuki. Naruto replied, continuing to kiss Sakura, to which the latter turned to him. Promise me you'll come back quickly. Sakura said. Of course, you won't even have time to miss me. Naruto answered and kissed Sakura on the lips. Okay, I'll wait, Sakura said, and Naruto went to get ready. Half an hour later, Naruto was already standing and waiting for Kakashi and Guy, and then they appeared from a whirlwind of leaves. Well, let's get going, Naruto said, to which Kakashi and Guy merely nodded, then they headed for Suna. They'd been running for about half an hour when they saw a girl with a fan behind her back and a sand bandage on her forehead. Temari, is that you? Asked Naruto, who landed next to her. Yes, and you, as I understand it, are our help, but there are too few of you, she said. We are Konoha's elite, Kakashi said. We could have sent the Genin, so don't complain and let's go to the sun, Naruto said. Okay, let's go, Temari replied. 2 days later, they were already in Suna. So, Akatsuki was moving north, and Kankuro was also able to get a piece of Akatsuki cloak fabric. Baki said and gave the piece of cloak to Kakashi. Okay, that's enough, Naruto said, adding, Kakashi, summon Pakun and let him take the trail. The white-haired man finished, and Kakashi did as Naruto said, and Pakun set off on the Akatsuki trail. They ran for about 2 days without stopping, and finally came to the Akatsuki lair, but the passage was blocked by a huge stone with a seal on it. I'll deal with the seal, and in the meantime, prepare for battle, Naruto said, and began making hand seals. When he made the last one, he bit his thumb and began drawing some symbols on the stone, after which the seal began to disappear. After the seal disappeared, the stone broke into 2 pieces, revealing a passage to the Akatsuki lair. Damn it, Sasori, we have guests and we didn't have time to get the tail beast out, Deidara said. It's okay, I think that's enough. Let's meet our guests, Sasori said. When Naruto, Kakashi, and Guy entered the Akatsuki lair, they saw 2 people. One had blonde hair that covered his right eye, and the second was shorter than his partner and had a ponytail at the back. Kakashi, Guy, take the hunchback, and I'll take the blonde, Naruto said, to which they only nodded and attacked the hunchback. Who are you calling Bondinka? I'll blow you to hell, Deidara said, and sent small white spiders at Naruto. Listen, blonde, I'm not going to play with you, Naruto said, and a Raikiri appeared in his right hand, after which he rushed towards Deidara and in seconds was next to him and pierced his chest, but it turned out to be a clay clone and it exploded. You will learn not to underestimate art, said Deidara, and after these words, a white sword pierced him, and a white Susanoo appeared from the smoke, in which Naruto was wearing. You caught me off guard, but that's not enough, Naruto said, and the Susanoo vanished and Deidara fell dead. I see you did well, Naruto, Kakashi said. Yes, we'll take the Kazekage and leave, Naruto answered, and they took Gaara and headed to Suna. They arrived in Suna a few hours later and, after handing over Gaara, set off for Konoha. The journey to Konoha took 2 days, and when they arrived, they went straight to the Hokage. Arriving at the Hokage's office, they entered without knocking, earning a hurled empty sake bottle. "I see you weren't taught to knock," Tsunade said. "Sorry, Hokage-sama," Naruto said. "Okay, what about the mission?" she asked. "Everything is fine. The Kazekage is saved, and the Akatsuki are dead," Naruto answered. "Well done, you can go," Tsunade said. "Hi, Hokage-sama," they said and left. Naruto went home and spent the whole day with Sakura. Commentary on 8 Mission in Suna. Hello everyone, here is the new part. I hope you like it. Equals 9 Pain's attacks and the awakening of the Ren Sharingan. Equals 2 months passed, and during this time Naruto was able to kill 2 more Akatsuki, Kakuzu and Haiden, who attacked the Fire Temple. So, Naruto is at the training ground practicing his attacks, when suddenly an ANBU appears next to him. "Naruto-san, the Hokage is calling you," said the ANBU. "Okay, I'll be there soon," Naruto said. Arriving at the Hokage's, he saw that she was in a very depressed state. "Hokage-sama, did something happen?" Naruto asked. "Yes, Naruto, my teammate Jiraiya died," Tsunade answered. "My condolences, Tsunade-sama," Naruto said. "Thank you," she replied and added, "but that's not the point now. The head of Akatsuki, Pain, is moving towards us," Tsunade finished. "What do you want from me?" Naruto asked. "I want you and Kakashi to hold him off while we prepare for the attack," Tsunade said. "Hi, Hokage-sama," Naruto said. "Kakashi is waiting for you at the gate. You can go now," she said, to which Naruto nodded and walked towards the village gate. Arriving at the gate, he saw Kakashi and approached him. "Hello, Kakashi," said the white-haired man. "Hello, Naruto," Kakashi replied. "Listen, Kakashi, I've decided you're staying here," Naruto said, knocking Kakashi out. Then he headed off to meet Pain. Naruto found him in 2 hours, and he was not alone. There were 6 of them. "The Jinchuriki came to us himself," said one of them. "I came to kill you," Naruto said, and took out the death sword. "Silly child, you can't win," said the leader, apparently. A close fight ensued, in which Pain dominated, taking over by numbers. "I'm tired of it," Naruto said, and quickly pressed the seal. "Katon, the last flight of the Blue Phoenix," Naruto said, and blew out a phoenix of unrealistic size. Phoenix killed 2 Pains, but was absorbed by the 3rd. "So what do you think?" Naruto asked. "You are selenium, but not enough to resist a god," Pain replied. "I see you think you're a god. What if I do this?" Naruto said, making the seals. Right on. Golden lightning strikes at Naruto, and golden lightning started to strike from the sky, and when Pain wanted to absorb the technique, he turned to ashes. "It can't be absorbed. This technique is made from natural chakra," Naruto said. "I don't have much time, Jinchuriki," Pain said, and pulled Naruto towards him. "You made a big mistake when you pulled me to you," Naruto said, and opened his right eye, where the Manjika was. "Susanoo," Naruto said, and a white warrior appeared, after which he cut 2 Pains with his sword, and the last one remained. "I lost," said Pain, and the sword of death pierced his chest from behind. "Yes, my sword is especially dangerous for you. Nagato Uzumaki is dead," Naruto said, and drew his sword. Naruto set off for Konoha. Arriving at the village gates, he saw Tsunade. "Tsunade-sama, the mission is accomplished. Pain is no longer a threat to the village," Naruto said. "Well done, Naruto. You can go rest now," Tsunade said, to which Naruto nodded and went home. Arriving home, Naruto heard some groans coming from the bedroom and went there. When he opened the door, he saw Sakura and Sasuke, and Naruto's stomach turned, tears of blood flowing from his eyes. "Yes, Naruto, you awakened him," Kurama said. "What did you awaken, Kurama?" Naruto asked in a defeated voice. "Rinna Sharingan, the most powerful eyes," the fox replied. "Kill Uchiha," said Shinigami. Naruto came out of his subconscious and opened the door, after which Sakura and Sasuke looked at him. "Naruto, it's not what you think," Sakura said. "Shut up, bitch," Naruto said. And with that, the Uchiha flew out the window, and Naruto followed him. "Today is your last day on Earth, you pathetic creature," Naruto said. "Ha, well, go ahead and try it," Sasuke said and activated the Manjiko, after which purple ribs appeared. "Don't make me laugh," Naruto said, and he had a complete Susanoo like Madara's, if not higher. "You won't defeat me, demon. I'll kill you and go have fun with Sakura, like before," Sasuke said, and tried to use Amaterasu, but nothing worked. "Same as before?" Naruto asked. "Yes, I've been with Sakura for these 3 years, and even when you returned, she never refused me anything," said the Uchiha, and after these words, Naruto's Susan hand fell on Sasuke. "I'm not a demon, I'm the god of death, and you're a piece of shit," Naruto said, after which Susanoo disappeared. "Naruto, are you his?" Sakura asked. "Yeah, bitch, I killed him," Naruto replied and disappeared. He reappeared at Kakashi's. "Naruto, you're alive," Kakashi said. "Kakashi, let's have a drink," Naruto said. "Okay, go ahead," Kakashi replied, and they sat like that until the morning. Commentary on 9 Pain's attacks and the awakening of the Rinna Sharingan. Hello everyone, here is the new part. I hope you like it. Equals 10th 5 Kaguya Summit equals. Naruto woke up to someone shaking his shoulder. Opening his eyes, he saw Kakashi. "Naruto, wake up! The Hokage is calling us!" Kakashi said. "Yeah, okay. Just a couple more minutes," Naruto answered in a sleepy voice. "We don't have those couple of minutes," Kakashi said. "Okay, I'm getting up," Naruto said and got out of bed, then went to the bathroom. "Naruto, faster," Kakashi began to urge him. "Okay," Naruto said, coming out of the bath already dressed. Kakashi and Naruto stood in the Hokage's office and waited for her to speak. "So, drunks, explain to me why all the Hokage's faces were painted, and the house of the head of the Uchiha clan was covered in shit," Tsunade asked. "Well, we went a bit overboard," Naruto replied. "What do you think about Sasuke?" Tsunade asked. "Tsunade-sama, this is a sore subject for Naruto," Kakashi answered. "Okay, screw this Uchiha. I haven't liked him for a long time," she said. "What should we do with the Uchihas when they find out that Naruto killed Sasuke? Then he's finished," Kakashi asked. "It's okay. We blamed it on Danzo," Tsunade replied. "Okay, but why did you call us?" asked the white-haired man. "In a few days, there will be a meeting of the 5 Kage," she said and added, "and since you are the strongest in the village, you will accompany me," Tsunade finished. "When are we leaving?" Naruto asked. "At the gate in an hour," Tsunade answered, and after these words Naruto and Kakashi left the office. "Naruto, do you want to move in with me?" Kakashi asked. "Yes, if I don't disturb you," Naruto answered. "Then send a clone to get the things," Kakashi said, and Naruto did so. "Okay, let's go to the gate," Naruto said, and they went to the gate. An hour later, Tsunade, Naruto, and Kakashi were standing at the gate. "So let's move out," Tsunade said, to which Naruto and Kakashi nodded, and they set out for the Land of Iron. They arrived in the Land of Iron 3 days later, and were now sitting at a Kage meeting. "If everyone is here, let's begin," Mifune said. "The damn Akatsuki kidnapped my brother," AI began.